So I'm in open G. The song we're going to be looking at today is Robert Johnson's Come On In My Kitchen. This is mostly a one-chord song that he sketches out at the 12th fret while he's humming and singing. All his melody notes are up here. I'm going to put a link to the original down below, and if you capo your guitar as on the other songs, if you're in open G and you capo at the 3rd fret, you'll be in tune with him. And the nice thing about this particular song is that he hums it as well as sings it, so you can kind of figure out what the notes are at the 12th fret. I don't sing it, I just play it. But I'm going to go through. He only does one turnaround in the song to lead into the song. That's it. But he starts out. Before I start, I want to say this about him. A lot of people think of his music as frozen in time, right? And I don't think that way. I think what would he have done had he lived? Like, he probably would have expanded on all his tunes and, you know, wrote new tunes, and because he was limited by the music of his time, right? It's like there were no Jimi Hendrix licks, or, you know, some of the other blues players that came after him, like Albert King, B.B. King, Freddie King, all those guys. So he wasn't much of a lead player except with the slide. So that's how I think of his music. And I heard a version, I watched a version on a television concert many years ago that the Allman Brothers did, and I think they played it in E flat. It might have been standard tuning even, but it was totally rearranged and different. It was really cool. So you can do a lot with this song, as with all of his songs, but the basics of it are, he goes up to the 12th fret, he goes, that's how he leads into it. So we know this. Turn around, we've learned it before. So he starts out. Beating on this on the 5th. I was just doing it on the 6th, on the 5th. This is your open G. Actually go between the two. Sometimes I do. And that's the other part of the song he does. This lick is just simply, that's how I do it. So I'm going to try to get my fingers out of the way. So at the 5th fret, so he goes. The whole time he's pretty much stomping on the string. I'm going to try and get my hand out of the way here. At the 12th fret. most important thing is just to keep it. To go back to that turnaround for a second, because this is the only time I've ever heard him use this. Not this, but this part. So you could use that in other songs of his too if you want. But he starts at the 12th fret before he goes into that turnaround. I gotta start that again because I screwed it up. Then he goes in his own. This lick here, Charlie Patton and Son House have variations of this that they use over and over. So all these guys, these three in particular, use this, are always sliding into this G. This is your G, this is your G7. So they end a lot of phrases, a lot of things with. Just sit here the whole time too. You can break it up. Thumping on this. And adding in other things to it, you could do this again. You can play all kinds of things in here. You can rake into it. You can play no bass. speaking of him again, he didn't know. This is why I like to teach this type of stuff too. That could be another variation. Instead of going. Right? You can do all kinds of variations in here. That's another G7. 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret. 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string. 4 chord. G, 1 chord. 1 chord. 4 chord. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of things. So he doesn't do a 1-4-5 in this particular song. He sketches everything out mostly at the 12th fret. It's mostly it's a all 1 chord song. Tons and tons of things that you can do with it. But anyway, that's the basics of it. That's where he's playing at the 12th fret. He hums it, so you will get a sense of the melody. If you want to play the melody exactly the way he hums it, if you sing, then you can sing all your parts over. You can do here. You can break into that. And what I'm doing there is I'm just hitting all 4 strings and then I'm sliding up. So this is why I like to teach this stuff in here, because so you can expand on his music. He didn't know any of this. And that's just a G7. So that's where he plays. That's basically what he's doing. If you go to the original, you will hear him playing mostly at the 12th fret and then doing this. I'd like to go over this again just quickly. So you're on the 3rd, 4th string, 5th fret. That's how I do it. I don't know that he does it exactly like that. Close. So because I don't sing the song, when it comes to here, I don't sketch the melody out exactly. But if you listen to him hum it, you can figure it out exactly. He also didn't go up to the 15th fret, I just did that myself. So just remember that. Turn around and then. So those main riffs, that turnaround, him sketching things out up at the 12th fret, and then him doing this, and resolving back to the G, and then starting all over again. And then he gets real quiet in the spot too, where he's just thumping and barely playing anything, and singing over it. So go and listen to the original, capo at your 3rd fret, and you'll figure out what he's doing exactly. And if you sing, you can sing along with him and figure out the melody. Figure out the melody here, and then come up with your own version. Maybe there will be spots where you want to add a 1 chord and a 5 chord, because I've heard other people do it, and that's what they do. I generally just stay on the 1 chord and do this and play some other stuff. You know, I just play mostly 1 chord stuff in my version. But that's the song, and figure it out. Thanks for watching.